So we've made a couple of videos, right? Talking about Magic the Gathering's Race Swap Lord of the Rings card set. We talked about this quite a few times, honestly. I remember when they first mentioned Aragorn being race swapped. This was a while ago. I don't even remember how long ago, but I want to say damn near almost a year ago, it feels like, but I could be wrong, but it was a very long time. I remember making videos about it, and a lot of people were not interested in this card set. But apparently, we do have an article supposedly stating from Bounding Into Comics that the Embracer Group, which is a group that actually controls Magic the Gathering's Race Swap set, says that it helped grow the entertainment and services segment of their group by 70%. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this Lord of the Rings card set has helped them increase by 70% in those two specific sectors in their company, entertainment and services. I find this to be very interesting. I really do. I find it to be interesting considering the social backlash that was going on regarding this particular set. I mean, people to this day are still making fun of and roasting Black Aragorn. But here's the thing. A lot of people in the Magic the Gathering community, they're very woke, okay? They're very, very woke. I see a lot of them supporting this nonsense. I see a lot of them, if you look at their profiles on Twitter, they all have fucking emojis in their profiles, pronouns in their bios, things like that. It's basically what you would expect from a lot of wokies, right? So when you take that information and you really think about it, should it really be so shocking that this particular set is massively successful for this company? Well, let's get into it, guys. So let's get into the article from Bounding Into Comics. But of course, before we do, just consider hitting that subscribe button. If you're new here, I would greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to hit the like button to push us out into the YouTube algorithm. So it says Embracer Group, the company that recently purchased Middle-earth Enterprises and currently owns the rights to the Lord of the Rings franchise, recently touted the franchise's power, claiming that much of its growth in its entertainment and services division was due to the Lord of the Rings. The company specifically highlighted Magic the Gathering's Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth card set as one of the primary drivers of sales. Now, again, another example of Aragorn race swapped. Okay, this is nothing new. We've talked about it many times. No need to harbor onto it, but yes, it is fucking hilarious. It says back in June, Embracer Group revealed that they purchased Middle-earth Enterprises for a steal. The most significant acquisition of these acquisitions is the acquisition, geez, how many times are you going to say that? Of the Middle-earth Enterprises, which owns a vast intellectual property, catalog, and worldwide rights to motion pictures, video games, board games, merchandising, theme parks, and stage productions relating to the iconic fantasy literary works, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, as well as matching rights in other Middle-earth related literary works authorized by the Tolkien estate and HarperCollins, which have yet to be explored. They then shared the consideration for the Middle-earth Enterprises acquisition sums up to about SEK 4265 million, where SEK 2901 million has impacted the cash flow. 4,265 million Swedish krona roughly converts to around $398 million US. Now, honestly, guys, I gotta keep it real. That is a massive steal. If they actually purchased all the rights to the Lord of the Rings for those multiple different versions and what you can use for it, that is insane, man. The fact that they actually got it for 400 million, I mean, they're going to make bank. They're going to make bank from all the different avenues that they can explore. The card games, the video games, the movies, everything. I mean, it's a steal. Like, they're $400 million for Lord of the Rings is a steal. I'm sorry. It's got to be worth at least billions, I would imagine. I don't know why they would even let it go that cheap, but I guess, hey, it is what it is. It says to highlight how shockingly low that number is, Variety claims that estimates at the time project the rights were worth up to $2 billion. Exactly. See, that's what I think it was worth. You know what I mean? Like, I would imagine that Lord of the Rings will be worth a hell of a lot more than $400 million. But I mean, who am I? I really don't know. But the fact that they actually got it for that low, I don't know, man. That's pretty crazy to me. So it says not only did they purchase Middle-earth Enterprises for a steal, but Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings is already raking in the dough for the company. In their most recent earnings report, Embracer Group reported in the quarter, the entertainment and services segment also made a notable contribution, growing by 70% organically with a 15% adjusted EBIT margin. The high margin is primarily explained by a strong contribution from Middle-earth Enterprises driven by strong licensing revenue for The Lord of the Rings. So again, it looks like the Magic the Gathering card set is really what's pushing it for Embracer Group in terms of their overall revenue in those particular sectors. That's pretty nuts, man. I know listen, I know the Lord of the Rings, especially since people were looking for the One Ring, they were buying up booster packs like crazy. They were buying up card sets until the One Ring was found. That was a lot of money, okay? And I don't doubt that they made a lot of money from this. I'm just shocked at the amount of money that they actually did make, considering the social backlash. But again, ladies and gentlemen, social backlash does not necessarily mean that something is going to go broke, okay? Just because people are actively mad about it online doesn't mean that the IP, the product, or whatever is going to fail. It does increase the likelihood of it, don't get me wrong, because we see get woke, go broke all the time. It happens literally so many times that the one time the wokies win, they're like, oh, look, see, going woke does not mean you go broke, but they forgot the other 99 times they went broke doing that nonsense, right? So yes, every now and then there is going to be 1 or 2 times where it's going to succeed, and this looks like it's one of those times. And I'm not shocked completely, because it is still Lord of the Rings at the end of the day, and people love to collect things. So even though they might be angry at the messaging, they still want to collect it just in the hopes that it might be worth something one day, or just to say that they have it in their collection. You have people who are avid collectors that want to have everything. Like, it doesn't matter whether they agree with it or not. They want to have everything. It says the performance of Middle-earth Enterprises is well ahead of the business plan developed at the time of acquisition a year ago. Embrace It Group continued, it is encouraging to see many exciting external projects based on this incredible IP, including the recently successful released Magic the Gathering trading card game, The Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth, the upcoming PC console survival crafting game, The Lord of the Rings Return to Moria, as well as other many exciting new projects that will grow the IP even further. This growth from The Lord of the Rings clearly shows there is a demand for the property. However, it is also might be a cause for concern for many fans of The Lord of the Rings, as Embracer Group made it abundantly clear they plan to exploit the franchise. Hey, listen, they bought it for $400 million. Why wouldn't they exploit it? I mean, listen, they bought it, right? They own it. They have the rights. They have all the rights they have to exploit this freaking IP, and they're going to milk it. That's why they buy these IPs. They don't buy these IPs to stay true to any original literary work. They don't care about that. They just want to milk this for as much as it's worth as fast as they can before they end up selling it off when it's not worth anything anymore. But the fact that they bought it so cheap, I highly doubt they're going to sell this thing off. They have the rights to all different kinds of avenues of Lord of the Rings that they will make their money back and then some easily. It won't even be a struggle. I'll put it to you like that. It won't even be a struggle to make their money back. So at the end of the day, this is what they're going to do. They're going to exploit the hell out of Lord of the Rings. Nothing is going to stop them from doing so. And the fact of the matter is, apparently people don't care about the wokeness in the card game because they went out and they bought it anyway. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.